Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. It is almost like a never fail thing. I sat down to film and someone outside started doing yard work. It's a gorgeous day though, and I can't fault them, but I just apologize if you hear a lawnmower or a weed whacker or all of the noise that's happening outside of my house right now. But I'm here today to share with you a book haul. I know, not that long ago, I posted a video about how to survive on a book buying ban or restriction. And I am personally on a book buying restriction, but it's not a complete ban. And since then, I had a library book sale and it was Independent Bookstore Day. And some of you sent me some more books. So I didn't spend a lot of money on all of these, and I did show restraint. But I do have some books to share with you today. I have also a handful of picture books that I bought at my library book sale for the two kids that I nanny. So if you wait till the end, I will show you all of those extra picture books. I did get two picture books for myself as well. We might as well start with the things that I got from the library book sale. I just volunteered a few days ago at my library's book sale. I love volunteering and helping out, organizing books. It's just so much fun. It fills a little place in my book loving heart to go and organize and help people find books and put books into people's hands. And it's just a lot of fun for me. I did really good this time though. I, for myself, purchased two picture books, which were 50 cents a piece, and two nonfiction paperbacks, which were only $1 a piece. So I spent $3 on myself and got 4 books. Not bad at all. The two nonfiction books that I picked, I'm super excited about and I've not heard about before. One of them is called This I Believe: The Personal Philosophies of Remarkable Men and Women. And I didn't even look into who is in here, but it's a collection of essays from different people about what they believe based on an NPR series of the same name. This book features 80 essayists from the famous to the previously unknown, completing the thought that begins the book's title, This I Believe. Each piece compels us to rethink not only how we have arrived at our own personal beliefs, but also the extent to which we share them with others. This stood out to me because you may or may not know that on Easter Sunday, I shared with you what I believe about my faith and about who God is and the importance of choosing Jesus for yourself. And that was a really different video from my normal stuff on this channel. And it definitely didn't get the views that most of my book stuff gets, and that's totally fine. But I just shared in a public forum what I believe about a particular subject. And so I thought that this would be cool. It says the result is a stirring and provocative trip inside the minds and hearts of a diverse group of people whose beliefs and the remarkably varied ways in which they choose to express them reveal the American spirit at its best. I just thought that sounds really cool. And I know there's a sequel to this as well, but I gave it to somebody else as I was looking through the nonfiction. And so I just have that one. Then I also picked up this by Mary Frances O'Connor, who is a PhD, The Grieving Brain, The Surprising Science of How We Learn from Love and Loss. And I have said before that I enjoy reading books that deal with grief, which is such a universal experience. We all experience grief in so many different ways, but I've never read a nonfiction about grief before. So this struck my fancy. The Grieving Brain is a fascinating new window into what happens in our brain when we grieve, providing a new paradigm for understanding love, loss, and learning. Based on her own trailblazing neuroimaging work, research in the field, and real-life stories, Mary Frances O'Connor, the author, helps us better understand what happens when we grieve and how to navigate loss. I just thought from a maybe not Christian perspective, it might be interesting to learn about the science of grieving and what is actually happening in our brains. Sounds super cool to me. I do want to continue reading more nonfiction in my life, and so I thought that those two sounded great. I also picked up the fantastic Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lessmore by William Joyce. Doesn't that look fantastic? This is the story that inspired the Academy Award winning short film. So I've never seen that short film. I'm hoping that I could find it on YouTube, but here's just a glimpse at the pictures. Oh my word. Looks so fun. So I'm excited. I have not read it yet, but I will soon. So good. That was one of the few picture books that didn't have the library binding or sticker on them. I think all the ones I got for the kids, almost all the ones I got for the kids also has that. So I'm glad I found that one that's in pristine condition. Then the other one that I picked up for myself is called The Librarian's Stories by Lucy Falcone and Anna Wilson. This is so interesting to me. A town is left in ruins after the bombs fall. The beloved library is burned to ash. Home will never be the same. But then one day the librarian emerges in the square, seated on a bench in front of the library's remains. She opens a book and begins to read aloud. Day after day, as she returns to her post, her voice carries stories that bring comfort to the hearts of the people, the broken hearts of the people, especially the children. Little by little, the persistent librarian stories seed hope and their town begins to heal. So this book is inspired by Vedran Smailović, known as the cellist of Sarajevo, who courageously played his music among the ruins to honor the dead during the Bosnian War. It's a testament to the enduring connection between stories and hope. I just recently read The Cellist of Sarajevo a couple of months ago, so that story is still fresh on my mind, and I just thought that this, again, has such cool pictures and will be such a meaningful read. I don't want to go through all of it, but I was excited to find that one as well. Then we will do what I got on Independent Bookstore Day. There are 6 books that I purchased on Indie Bookstore Day, so I'm super excited about these. I showed these in my vlog of that weekend as well. I think we went to 5 bookstores that day, and at 2 of them I purchased nothing. So I'm super proud of myself to show that kind of restraint, because usually on Indie Bookstore Day, my goal is to buy one from every bookstore that I go to. So first we went to Half Price Books, which is not quite an indie bookstore, but I purchased The Mostly True Story of Tanner and Louise by Colleen Oakley. I got them to reduce the price because there is some damage on the back of it here. He lowered it a couple bucks for me, which was nice. So I'm excited about this. It's a road trip story between an older woman and a college dropout, an 84-year-old woman and a college dropout. That's all I needed to know. I love stories with intergenerational friendships. I love the bright orange cover. It just feels like a summery read. We went to 2 different romance bookstores, and in the first one, A Well-Read Woman, I purchased Beth O'Leary's newest book, The Name Game. In this one, 2 people who have the same name, Charlie Jones, a female Charlie Jones and a male Charlie Jones, they both think that they got this job in Scotland on the Isle of Ormer. Yeah, a man and a woman with the same name looking for a fresh start, only to discover they have landed the same job in this charming new romance by Beth O'Leary. So I'm really excited for a new Beth O'Leary. I have enjoyed quite a few of her books in the past. At the last bookstore that we went to, the first one is Isola by Allegra Goodman. It's a timeless story of a woman fighting for survival, because we follow Isola, who's orphaned, and her guardian takes care of her, but she falls in love with the guardian's servant, and he's not happy about that. So he drops her off on this island and leaves her there. She's got to fight for her life, figure out how to make shelter, provide food for herself, all of that, and finds this inner strength within. I think that it's going to be really good. I also find a Christian fiction, Beyond Ivy Walls by Rachel Fordham. I read The Letter Tree last year by Rachel Fordham and really liked it, and this is her newer release. Reminiscent of Beauty and the Beast, a recluse and a young woman discover that the scars of life are no match against an act of love. I love a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I didn't realize that's what it was. I honestly didn't even read the back of that one. I just knew that I liked that author. The last secondhand one I got at Boswell's is How to Read a Book by Monica Wood, a deeply moving novel about second chances, unlikely friendships, and the life-changing power of sharing stories. We're going to follow 3 different people, and it's an unsurprisingly honest and profoundly hopeful story about letting go of guilt, seizing second chances, and the power of books to change our lives. Good enough for me. Hi. And the final one that I got from Boswell's was a full price one, except that it had a 20% off tag in it, and that's The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss. I'm excited about this, a reality TV based show where it's kind of like an escape room, but a reality TV based escape room. And in a previous season of the show, someone dies on set, and in this current season, they're getting clues, or they're trying to figure out what happened to this girl who died the season before, or 2 seasons before, something like that. It has some illustrations in there. There are some like puzzles and clues along the way. And of course, it has these really cool sprayed edges with the keys on them. Such a pretty book. So I'm excited about this purchase as well. This is on my anticipated reads list. So I was really glad to find it and bring it home with me. I don't feel sad about it at all. Before I get to the books that were sent to me recently, I also did have one purchase from Pango. I have been cashing out my Pango in order to pay off debt. So I haven't been purchasing as much on Pango in the last few months as I normally do. But in my last book haul at a little free library, I found the other 2 books in this series. So I did go ahead and pick up The 5 Wishes of Mr. Murray McBride by Joe Simple. This is the first one, I think, in publication order, maybe. There is a prequel and then there's a sequel, but I think this is the one I'm going to read first before I read the prequel. So I want to get to know these characters. So this is another intergenerational friendship. Murray McBride, a lonely 100-year-old former Major League ball player, has outlived everyone he's ever loved. He's looking for a reason to live. He finds it in Jason Cashman, a spirited 10-year-old boy with a terminal heart defect who has a list of 5 things that he wants to do before he dies. And Murray is determined to help Jason fulfill his dreams. I'm going to cry already. I was happy to use my Pango bucks to get this one. And then I did have a few books that were sent to me. The first one I have here was sent to me by the publisher Revel Publishing, and this is so cool. Look at the cover of that. The Brunswick, a World War II novel of the American South by Callie Murray. So this is a Christian fiction. When Cora provides a safe haven for Jewish refugee children, she discovers that opening her doors means risking everything, including her heart. So it's set in 1939 Georgia. That looks really cool. I'm excited for that one. So thank you to Revel for sending me that. Hopefully I can get it onto my TBR soon. So Mamie, one of my subscribers, said, happy 10th anniversary. Here's to many more years of great reads and discoveries. And she picked this book for me off of my wish list. Lucy Mangan's Bookish, How Reading Shapes Our Lives. I am so excited to read this. It's another nonfiction, and I had heard good things about it from some of my other patrons. And it just kind of goes through some different topics here. Flies, Rats, and Mole on formative novels. Mass market, oh, the joys of genre fiction. The tyranny of set text on reading the canon. Dystopias, decisions and departure on academia. Dark academia on studying the classics, etc., etc. Just different kinds of books and how they shape our lives. So I think that that's going to be a really interesting and bookish nonfiction. So thank you, Mamie, for celebrating my 10th anniversary here on BookTube by sending me a book. I really appreciate you. And then I haven't opened any of these. So honestly, I don't even remember who sent this box because I don't have the box anymore. But there's 2 books here and a card. So let me start there. Oh my gosh, and the most adorable bookmark. Oh man, I'm going to be using this bookmark right now because it's so perfect for spring and summer. I love the pink. Oh my goodness, and the hearts. It has a nice ruler on the back of it as well. This is so cute, and there's heart. I don't know if you can see, there's like heart beads on the chain. Some of them are hearts. 3 of them are hearts. So cute. I love it. I'm putting it right with my current bookmarks. With Freedom Flowers, Books and the Moon, who could not be perfectly happy? That's the sticker on the back of here. That's an Oscar Wilde quote. Oop, there's stickers inside too. Fun. Oh, Renee. Okay, fun. Love your channel. I like your down-to-earth style and wholesomeness. Aw. When I heard you want to read more poetry, I just had to share my favorite poet with you, Mary Oliver. I hope you enjoy her as much as I do. Wishing you peace, love, and joy with lots of 5-star reads. Cute. So this is from Renee in California. Thank you, Renee. So I'm assuming these are 2 books of poetry. Let's see. Cute. It's really wrapped up nicely. Da-da-da. Oh, this is nice. Look at this beautiful hardcover of Devotions. Oh my goodness, how cool. I'm really enjoying, I'm actually reading through Devotions in paperback right now, but I will keep this beautiful hardcover and probably pass on the paperback to one of my patrons as a giveaway. Oh, this is beautiful. I've really been enjoying Mary Oliver's poetry as well. So this is really special, Renee. And then also, book, let's see. Oh, this is Renee's poetry. Oh my goodness. This is who sent this to me. Like a Lotus, poetry by Renee Howard. Oh my goodness. How cool is this? I love it. A book of poetry by Renee herself. Oh my goodness. It has 77 poems in here. I am so excited to jump into some more poetry by one of you guys. How cool is that? I have never been a poet myself, but I'm learning to like it. I'm just like discovering different aspects of it that I like. So Renee, what a nice treat in the mail. Oh my word. And I am going to open one more of these. This is from a box that Melissa sent me with 4 wrapped books, knowing that I was going to restrict myself from buying as many books as normal because I'm trying to get out of debt. Melissa sent me 4 books that were wrapped. So lovely. And I'm going to open one more of them because I just made my last credit card payment. I'm so excited. I owe my mom money still, so I'm not fully out of debt yet, but I am out of external debts. I no longer have a car payment. I don't have a mortgage because I rent, and I no longer have credit card debt, and I no longer have school loans. Like any other debts that I have are gone. It's just my mom that I owe still. So I'm really excited that I have made progress in that. And so I'm going to go ahead and open the 3rd book from Melissa, which are so lovely. They're wrapped so pretty. The Learned Owl. I think, is that the name of the bookstore where you got these, Melissa? I don't know. I'm not even trying to take the ribbon off this time. I'm just going right for the book. This is the back. Ooh, can I get it? What is it? To Slip the Bonds of Earth. Oh my word, by Amanda Flower. The Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, have a well-known gift for inventing and a knack for getting in trouble too. It's a good thing their equally brilliant sister Catherine has a knack for getting them and others out of it. December 1903. Their sister Catherine, a Latin teacher, is manning the brothers' bicycle shop and looking after the family. Fiercely independent intellectual, the only Wright sibling to finish college, 29-year-old Catherine is frustrated by the gender inequality in academia and is eager for a new challenge. She never suspects it will be sleuthing. That sounds so much fun. Melissa, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you guys sending me books is just the best. It makes me so happy and it's so humbling. I am so grateful to be thought of and to be supported in that way. So thank you so much to Mamie and Renee and Melissa for the books this time around. Okay, future Krista coming in to tell you that I have acquired a few more things and I forgot about one. And so I wanted to add them all into this book haul. Since I haven't yet posted it, I figured why not? I can't believe I forgot to include that Lee, my friend and patron and subscriber, sent this to me from Australia. Last One Out by Jane Harper. It's her newest. I absolutely love Jane Harper. I know that a kid goes missing the night before his 21st birthday. 5 years later, the mom goes back to the place where he went missing, wanting some answers. I know Jane does really good. Jane, we're in first name basis. Jane Harper does a great job with atmosphere, and it's going to be a mystery, and I'm thrilled. And thank you, Lee, for sending me this one. This is on my May TBR, so I'm planning to get to it before the end of the month. Then all the rest I acquired last weekend as I was returning things and taking things to different places. I went to the farmer's market, and these are all the things that I acquired last weekend. So first of all, at the farmer's market, I purchased a $5 blind date with a book. Why not? Support a little business owner. And I got an Anne Rinaldi book, which I'm thrilled about. She writes YA historical fiction, and this one is come Juneteenth. So this one's going to stay on my cart and hopefully be read next month because it's going to be about Juneteenth. At the used bookstore where I have a whole ton of store credit right now, I did pick up 2 from there. I saw this one right as I was about to leave. Evie Wood's new book, The Violin Maker's Secret. I read The Lost Bookshop by her, and I have 2 others, Storykeeper and The Mysterious Bakery of Rue de Paris, on my shelves. So I have 2 others. Now I have 3 others of hers to read. A little bit of magical realism, a little bit of historical. This one's going to have a music emphasis. I'm super excited. I also grabbed The Edge of Belonging by Amanda Cox at that bookstore. This is a Christian fiction, and a handful of you in the comments of that vlog also said that this is a really, really good book. I think I'll be buddy reading this with one of my patrons in the month of June. So this is also going to stay right on my cart to get read right away, which I love. Then at Second and Charles, where I brought a few things to return, I used store credit, so I did not pay any money for these, but I got Queens of Crime, The Queens of Crime by Marie Benedict. And this is going to follow Agatha Christie, Dorothy Sayers, Nio Marsh, Marjorie Allingham, and Baroness Emma Orczy. They call themselves the Queens of Crime. And their plan, they're all mystery writers, but their plan is to solve a real crime. In the comments, someone said that before they read this one, they read one book from each of those ladies. And I think that that's a really fun idea. I haven't heard of all of those names, but I can look them up and find something from each of them. I think I might try to do that. Then I also grabbed Daughters of Shandong by Eve Chung. This one's a historical fiction set in 1949 in China. So there's a civil war, 1948. Civil war ravages the Chinese countryside. But in rural Shandong, the wealthy landowning Angs are more concerned with their lack of an heir. We're going to kind of go from the cities to the countryside of Hong Kong, Taiwan, changing tide of a nation and the plight of multitudes caught in the wake of revolution. And I've heard from a couple of you in the comments that this one was really good too. So I'm glad that it was on my want to read list. That's the only way I knew about it. And then finally, I grabbed Ryan Groudon's Enchanted Lies of Celeste Artois. I really have read a few other Ryan Groudon books and really liked them. This is a fantasy. Readers are transported to the hidden magical pockets of early 1900s Paris, where a con artist will make a deal with the devil and change the fate of the world. So I'm looking forward to reading another Ryan Groudon. It's been a few years. So that is the additions to my book haul. Now back to the regularly scheduled programming. And now before I sign off, I'm going to quickly go through these picture books. I am not going to tell you much about them. I have 3 that I grabbed for my little nugget. She is just under 2 years old. She's like 20 months old. So we're talking few words and lots of rhyming and beautiful pictures. So this first one is I Love You More and More by Nikki Benson, illustrated by Johnny Lambert. This is going to have shimmery pictures, a shimmery cover. And I probably will take this plastic off, although maybe I won't. It'll be more protected, especially because she's so little. But super cute. It's just a bear and his cub. And as they go through different aspects of the day. It's just really pretty pictures. Not a lot of words, which is about where her attention span is right now. So lots to talk about as well in those pictures. Then I got one that doesn't have words at all, Fly by Mark Teague. I have read other books. I've done other picture books by Mark Teague with them. Gorgeous pictures. This is a fun one for the 5-year-old as well because he's just learning to read. But this is fun for just kind of exploring and talking about what's going on in the book. So I grabbed Fly for her. And then also Anna Dewdney, who wrote the Llama Llama series. This is Nellie New and Daddy Too. But these are a lot of fun to read. Little Nugget loves the Llama Llama books, and these also don't have a ton of words and just a little fun story, like beginning story for her. So I grabbed that one. These were all 50 cents a piece. Little Dude is 5 and into the Octonauts. It's one of they don't get a lot of screen time, but when they do, it's often an educational one. And Octonauts is an educational cartoon about under the sea, deep sea life. So I have the Octonauts and the Great Ghost Reef by Mayomi, I think. And then the Octonauts and the Sea of Shade. So those are just for him to enjoy. And then each member of this family that I nanny for has a spirit animal, not really a spirit animal, but they, especially at Christmas time, but an animal that they get ornaments for that animal and et cetera, et cetera. And my Little Dude is a fox. Little Nugget is a bunny. I did find 3 fox books and I couldn't resist. So I haven't read these yet to see if they're going to be appropriate for him. I think they will be, but this is Fox Explores the Night, a first science storybook by Martin Jenkins, illustrated by Richard Smythe. So this one is about a fox and all his nighttime antics. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations there. So that should be good. And then Faraway Fox. This one is by Jolene Thompson, illustrated by Justin K. Thompson. I don't know if that's a husband and wife team there, but these also have just really pretty, really cool pictures. I'm not showing this very well, but you get the idea. Faraway Fox. And then finally, I got The Fox in the Dark by Allison Green, illustrated by Deborah Allwright. That's super cute. Let's see what some of the pictures look like in this one. This one does have more words, but he's old enough to enjoy a bit more of a story. I'm going backwards with photos, but these are really cute as well. My little head picking up. So there are the picture books and all of the books that I have acquired in the last couple of weeks. Again, didn't spend a lot of money on my own except on Independent Bookstore Day, but even then I did still show restraint. And most of what I got was marked down, except for the 1 or 2. I think I got 2 that weren't. So I'm really happy about this haul. I'm super excited to add these to Goodreads and get reading them. I would love to hear, did you do any book shopping, any damage at bookstores on Independent Bookstore Day? What's a book that you've acquired recently that you really love? Or a book that you found at the library that you're excited to read? Let's talk about those things. Let's talk about that or anything else that you want to down in the description below. And if you have made it to the end but you're not feeling chatty, can you find a fox emoji? I'm pretty sure there's a fox emoji in the comments, just to let me know that you were here. I really appreciate you spending a few minutes of your day with me, supporting me by watching and commenting and liking. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? And I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.